click. So which is also included here. We have these dates, right? So there is a way in Python to handle the dates here. So if you see directly, if you see our graph, one of our visualization graph. So where is it? So here, it did not treat it as a string here. So it knows that automatically the Jan first 15, like all these years, it has indirectly, like it has recognized those as an year dates, and then according to that it has plotted, right? So it did not recognize it as a string. That is one more thing. So just a moment. So similarly for Python, in case if you want to change the format of date, usually you won't be getting dates from that, right? Okay, let me, what is it, new date, if you remember, let me do dot head only. So in case if you want year from this, so let me see what actually you have. Let me do there. Let me first do type. Okay, then you will know like what it has. Okay, it's taking time. Why is it taking time? It shouldn't take time. We need to see D type, right? And not the, so this, it will give series only, like for whatever you, so it is given as object. Okay, so in case if you want to convert into something else, so let me introduce you to that. So you have pandas dot to date time. Okay, let me save it to that. You may get some error. Let me, then let's, okay. So date, not data time, date time. Okay, so let me see df dot d type. What is it now? So if you see, it was crazily something else. So what? Let me directly touch upon this now. So there is this date time in Python. So which is also a kind of library. What you have it inbuilt. So what it has is like it will handle a kind of like date times of your code. So let me do it df of new date. Let me take only the first one, iloc of 0. Okay, you got some value. If you see here, it came like date timestamp. So if you see the type of this, so it's a timestamp. Okay, so in case if you want to handle it, let me see how we can do it. Okay, so what are the ders in this? Let me see what different. So let's roll down.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So there is this dot date and things. Let me see the dot date of it. So it is saying function. So we have to put this. So if you see here, it's date time dot date, and there is some specific format how it has stored over there. Okay, so that is this date time format. So in case if you want to add some date to this, in the sense it is currently in like Jan 1st, right? I want to add 10 days to it. Okay, how we can do it is there is this concept called like time delta. So let me, for using that, I need to import date time before. And let me, if you see here, date time dot time delta. So let me see what function does it. Okay, so 10 is days equal to 10. Okay, so you can actually give like how many days, how many hours, something like this. And similarly, like it will convert automatically into seconds, and you can add to this date as well. So let me do that here. So let's see what you'll be getting there. At least you should be getting the 10 increase here. And so okay, so if you see here, from 1 it went to 11, right? So here, like, we can also see what is here it is dot date. So let me remove this dot date. So if you see here, it has increased like 10 hours from 11 Jan 2019 and 10 hours. And similarly, we can give minutes, microseconds as well. So we may need it in few other cases, but as of now, let's see that. So we can, this is one more thing, dot tz info, which was time zones. So in case if you have Indian IST time zone, and if you want to convert into something else, like Pacific time zone and something like that, so you can do that within here by changing the time zone information here. So that is also available. Let me directly show you that example here. To tz info Python Stack Overflow. So let me show you a few things here. So there is this dot replace and tz info equal to like you have this UTC, right? UTC of ours is like 530 UTC plus 530. So similarly, you can do whatever different value you want, and automatically it will be changed into that time zone. So you can also specify here, it's not mentioned, but you can also specify directly like IST and UTC are like for few known things, but I couldn't see that here. You can explore later that. I think it will be here somewhere. A main thing what is important is I just showed you, right, like time delta. So this is this, we can add like millisecond, microseconds, hours, weeks as well in this format. So automatically it will convert into time delta here, and it will show. So this is one more thing. See, when you can minus as well, okay, then it is like -1. So let me show, these are different possible operations here it has given. So one more thing is string. Converting into string is one more thing. That is one important way. So you can, and one more thing, from your date, right, you can directly convert into dot seconds by using like dot seconds over here after this date, right? You can do dot seconds and you'll be getting converted into seconds, something like that. So just a moment. So I'm looking for some other thing, like I don't get it. Yeah, is it this? No, string. Let me search directly. No, this strip time. Yeah. These are the things like what we usually strip time. So what it actually means is like you can convert your date into, let me copy it to some value. A equal to this one, means like I'm only worried about the time, this time rather than the pandas thing. So for this, if you can do strip time, so it exactly takes 2 arguments. Let me give that. So if there is some example, that would be easy to for me to know the syntax. So strip time date. Yeah, we got it. So this is one thing. If you can see here, the date, whatever we have, so you can change the format, right? Like from month, this thing to this. So if you see, let me do that. So we gave it like this, right? If you see, in case if we want it to read, like you gave the date like this, and if you specify what format you have given, automatically then it will understand that format and read your time. Okay, so from string to your time, if you want to do so, what this is this, you are given like month, date and year. So month, day, year. Okay, so it has read it in that format. So this is one more thing. So similarly, this is for this you use this strip time, where you convert your string to time. Similarly, there is one reverse which was called like strip. What do you call that? Yes, this one more thing. Okay, so here what you do is date time dot date time. So off, if you give the date and let me give the same date and give what format you need. Okay, and the format I need is like, I want to print it in year, then give a space or put hyphen. Okay, I want to print it like month now, put a hyphen D, and also I need hours as well. Okay, so let's first print this, then let's go for hours. So if you see now, this will be a kind of if you take it in A, let me take it in B. We already took something here. Okay, so this, if you see, this B is a string now. Okay, this is a string which will print in the format on whatever we want. Okay, so one more thing is like, in case if we want to create a folder, let me do one more thing. So there is something called timestamp. Okay, if you want the timestamp, if you remember in many of projects, like we have to store our output in by creating a folder of timestamp, and then you will store like few things over there, right? So for such kind of things, if in case if you want to do it, so how you can do it is, so let me do that. Timestamp Python, it will be there in the same library. Okay, so if you see this, like you have a complete thing, right? So there will be something called time stir, I think. Let me do waste time. Not time stir. Get timestamp. I use this regularly, but I don't remember exactly. Time dot time. Okay. So there is this time is one more package. So time dot time actually will give you something value in seconds. So but we want time stir. So let me search fast. So similarly, it is similar thing like date time. You have strip time and strip time here as well. You can do it using this time package. So time dot one more time will be there, right? Okay. So just a moment. Okay, not this. Get timestamp Python. Okay. It says like time dot c time. Let me try that as well. No, I use it something else. So okay, finally we got something. So if you see this, you have it in some format. Okay, so from this you want to get the format whatever you need. So you can use this strip time. So let me see what this type is. So this will be a string. So what we should be doing is convert this back to a date, and again convert back to a string, like whatever we require it. Okay, so okay, so you have those codes here. Let me go there. Just a moment, I'll be back some in 2 to 5 minutes. Yeah, okay, I'm back. So let's see. So timestamp folder creation. Let me directly type that. Maybe we'll be getting something. So yeah, okay. But for this, what did they use? So this is directly fine. So yeah, dot now, right? Okay. So this is what we need. So let me do that here. So similarly here, I think there used to be this dot now. Let me search here as well. Time dot. There is no now here. Okay. Clock maybe. Again a number. Okay, fine. So if you take this dot now and the format whatever you gave, oh, it doesn't have now. Okay. So sometimes there is this date time dot now. Okay, so and here you can specify the format how you want it. So usually we use underscores everywhere, like instead of that, right? So on here maybe you don't want any separation, just like one after the other. So this is one more way which we use, or maybe this is also one way like people do, right? This is one regular format what people use. So in case if you keep like this, so our time, what is it now, like it will be converted automatically into the format what you give. Okay, so let's save it here. Okay, now timestamp no. Okay, so in case we want to create a folder, so how we can do is like first do import os and then os dot make dars, and then what we should do, we should first get the full path, right? So full path would be, let me do main folder path equal to, so let me copy a path here. put R over there. So for this, you want to do os.path.join and then use main folder path, comma, and timestamp. Okay. So let's create one. So that's done. If you see here, we got a folder with timestamp. So let's make it in a loop and create 10 timestamps, which comes one after the other. Okay. So what we are doing again is like it will compute the time again and it will run. Okay, let me run again this entire thing. So it will create one more. This time, this is the time. Okay, similarly, one more if you click. So by this, what we get is like it won't be like let us say we are using one output and then the next time if you want to run it again, in case you don't want to modify whatever output artifacts what we stored in that. So by using a different timestamp here, so it will be created in a new folder rather than the same folder. So it won't get altered. That is one good point. So whenever if you are doing a kind of redoing some kind of script, like mostly if you can uh, keep the output folder with this name with the timestamp, that will really help. Okay, that is one more thing. So this is about creating timestamp and like what are timestamps and all. So similarly, that all these you can handle within pandas by doing this to timestamp to convert it into time. Let me, where is it? We did this like two time, right? Like that we got like this. So it will automatically convert whatever values you have into timestamp. And in case if it is of a different format, you can specify it over here, a format equal to date time or something like that year, what you have, right? So if you see date time, it was year, month, and day. Same thing you can specify it here. Year hyphen month hyphen day. So you can run it automatically. It will understand that this is a date time with these values. So your string will get converted into a timestamp here. So apart from this, like there is in case next you if you want to do some manipulation on top of it and use the strip time, you can use this whatever we tried, right? Dot strip time and all like that you can directly use in pandas itself. Okay, that is one more thing. So apart from this, let me tell you one other thing. Okay, so just a moment. In case we want to measure your time, okay, so how much time it took to run certain code. So how we do it is like time dot clock, you store it as a start time. Okay, start time, let me store it here. So this is one more thing which and let me do a while loop of while I, let me do for loop itself. For I in range 0 to 10, and this one print I. Okay, and you want to know after this code like how much time it took to run this code. Okay, so let me do that here. Okay, so what we should do is like now we should get the end time. Okay, so end time is again do the time dot clock. It will store the times at this point, like it will store the time here, and after doing it like endpoint you store the time here, and we can print it. Time taken for this code is, you make it like this dot format and add what we should add, end time minus start time, right? So if you run this, So let's not print this like this. Put I, that's okay. So time taken to run is these many seconds. So automatically, like it will start and calculate from here, and we'll be getting start time is at that. Okay, so we use this like in case if you are running a large programs and then which we want to know how much time does it take. So this is one more thing like what we use. Okay, so this is about this calculating time taken. So mostly, yeah, let me talk about some small thing uh, on pandas, and then we can close this topic. So I'm just touching upon things which I have skipped it before. So in case if you want to get this, so this is timestamp folder creation. Okay. So in the statistics part, like we were talking about this deviation and a few other things, right? If you, where are this? Okay, so here we are talking about few things, right? So similarly, if you want to know a kind of we call it like correlation. So what it will actually do is like how those two are like similar. Is there, if there is any relation with each other, we can get the correlation between two by doing dot core. So f of open. So let me do it for complete thing, then you will understand. So there is this dot core. So if you run this, what it has given is uh, if you take EA, like how similar are these columns corresponding to each other column, it will actually give you that. It's called a correlation value. So let me see here. So open and open both are actually same. So it is like given one is a maximum what you get, and -1 is the minimum what you'll be getting. So -1 you'll be getting if it is exactly the opposite with negative. So so high and high is again one, and open is similar to high by like 0.99. It both are also almost similar. Similarly, open and low are like this much similar. Similarly, close is this much similar, and volume value is instead of negatively correlated with 0.3. Similarly, even high is again compared to this like this. So these values like we may need it like in for some operations, like for observing these things, right? So in how similar are two different columns, like, and something like if there is any pattern of this getting matched with this, if you want to know such kind of things, dot core will actually help. So this is one more thing. So I'm not going into mathematics of like how the correlation is happening. I can do that, like what it will do is like it will multiply this with the corresponding second column and this with second column, something like this, and then take the sum of all and then take the mean, something like that. Okay, but I'm not going into that. So this is about correlation. Okay, so apart from this, let us say you have this matrix here. Let me save it in something. So in case we want to get sum at this level, okay, like for each dot sum, if you do, so it will calculate sum at row wise. Okay, this row, like whatever value is there, it will come here. Similarly, this row, whatever value is there, it will come here, something like that. So let's do it only for diff if it will come. So diff dot head, let me see. So if you do dot sum, so if you do dot sum, it come like a column, each column sum. Okay, so if you want it row wise, let me do it. So in this case, what you got is for each row. So for each row, whatever values you have, you got sum here. Okay. if we put x is equal to 1, and if you put x is equal to 0, like it will be done at each column. For every column you get like the sum. Okay, whatever sum for these 5, you got it here. Similarly, what is sum for these 5, you got it here, like this. I'm keeping head so that it will be only 5. So that is one more thing. So and similarly, if you want to sum all, okay, like again this sum, you should be doing dot sum again. Okay, so you'll be getting a final value where all these numericals got summed up. Okay, this is one more thing which I want to tell. Similarly, in case if there are negatives, you can do dot abs. Let me do dot abs, which will be absolute values, so that you can do some. Okay, there is this timestamp because of which you got an error. So if there is no timestamp, there won't in kind of columns if you want to do. So those columns, if you do dot abs, it's like the absolute values will be taken and those will be summed up next. Okay, this is one more thing.